Hello and welcome to day 27 of the 30-day challenge. I'm almost done. I wish I did this, within 30 days. I think this is spread out between 40 to 50 days, but I've grown so much and I've learned a lot about myself, and I've learned what I'm passionate about and what I'm willing to invest in, and that makes all the world of difference for me. So I just want to start with a quote that I read that inspired me today. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. And that is a quote by Francis of Assisi. For people who struggle with depression, maybe it doesn't make sense to some people who are very consistent and logical and aren't really affected by emotions, but for people like myself who wrestle with weighty emotions, wrestle with letting them influence decisions in relationships, I find that quote really encouraging, because some days it's like that. You can barely do what's necessary. You can barely function. But every time I've forced myself to get moving and start taking responsibility, before you know it, by the end, I've just gone above and beyond. And that's the beautiful thing of it. You got to start somewhere. Start with what's necessary, and before you know it, you're actually accomplishing some pretty cool things. So anywho, I've just been really encouraged this week because I've been part of an online training course. I just completed the second day, and it's just incredible to be in an environment and be a part of a community where everyone's all pumped to learn something and they're all growing and they're supportive. It's just fantastic, a fantastic experience. And I've also been able to get my prayer time in and just feel that spirit to spirit connection with God. And I found this really powerful prayer minister on YouTube. I believe, I know he has a ministry, but his name is Joshua Selman. So if you look up Joshua Selman Prayer or Joshua Selman Ministries, it has tons of content on YouTube. And boy, this man prays down fire. It's impossible to play one of those YouTube videos and not get fired up. This man prays. He prays with fire. Like I've yet to find an American minister that prays with fire and anointing and zeal. And you can listen to his video and come without any kind of desire to pray. You can come in pretty lethargic, pretty spiritually dead, but you start listening to him a little bit, you're like, yes! And so I've been fired up, just praying over my family, praying against curses, praying just for the fire of God and the favor of God upon my life, that I don't miss opportunities. Because even people who don't believe in God, I feel like even they feel like they're moving through molasses at times. Sometimes it just feels like this world is against you, and you're like, I've worked so hard, I've tried so hard, why is it taking so long? Or why am I struggling with this like invisible wall? I just feel like there's a lot of spiritual forces out there. So I'm like, hey, all hands on deck. I'm going to listen to self-help people. I'm going to listen to ministers who can call down the fire of God. You better believe it. I'm hitting it from all angles, and it's so helpful. There's a self-help group I'm part of, and I was just transparent with them in our little group. And I said, this is what's going on. It's a family issue, and I'm having a hard time being confrontational and, dealing with this. I'm sorry, I'm butchering it, but dealing with this specific issue. And the group came around me, and they just, gave me so much insight into subconscious issues that I have on why I run away from conflict at certain times. Just incredible. So I am feeling so blessed. If I can get my prayer time in, and if I can learn something, that makes me so excited. So yeah, the future is bright. I really believe that. And 100% of the time, after I have my prayer time in, I'm just so diligent and productive in other things that I need to be diligent and productive in. Keeping my eye on the time because I got to go soon. But I challenge you, if you're kind of in a stagnant place and you haven't really learned a new skill or learned a new way of thinking in a while, I just challenge you to do it. Start learning a new skill. Start learning a new way of thinking. Yeah, it's just incredible. So I'm really excited how the rest of the week is going to play out and how this course is going to help me. And I just want to say one other little nugget before I go. Why is it so hard? Like, do you find it really hard to believe in yourself? It's like you could talk to a bunch of different people and they're like, oh yeah, you have potential. And they tell you all these things. And then it's just so hard for you to believe in your own potential. I just want to challenge you that everyone is just incredibly intelligent. At least I hope. I don't know. I feel like most of humanity is intelligent, whether you've gone to a traditional school, whether you've gone to college. Most people are just innately intelligent human beings, right? And everyone has various gifts. I really believe that, various talents. So I just want to encourage you, try something new. And I challenge you, if you don't believe in yourself, that's too bad, because so many people would believe in you. If you opened up on what you really want to do in life or what you want to learn, I guarantee you most people would be like, yeah, go for it. You can do it. So don't let your unbelief in yourself hold you back. And that's what I love about this training that I've been doing this week. It's just those limiting mindsets, really shattering that, because we're like, oh, what do I have to offer? What do I have to teach? You have a lot to offer. You have so much you can teach. So I'm just really, really excited to have the opportunity to invest in my future in this way. But anywho, I'm going on 7 minutes. So I guess day 27 would be, my challenge would be mindful of your emotions, and we all love positive ones, right? And even when you're going through angry, negative emotions, which we all have the opportunity to do, there are certain circumstances that come around, produce some contrary emotions, we'll put it that way. All I ask is, don't let those strong emotions ruin your long-term relationships or make you make, really negative decisions that affect you in the long run. And then I just challenge you to start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. Okay, I better end this video.